Welcome to our group presentation video. Greet to Dr. Rakib and Dr. Clement. We are from Group 8 and we will present about effect of pathogen on plant growth. Firstly, I want to introduce my group members. Pang Jungfeng as the group leader, then Aiman Akil, John Melvin, Cherina Adriana, Satishan, Zia Trida, and myself, Elvin Julian. First, what is pathogen? Pathogen is organism which is biological agent that causes disease or illness. For example, type of plant pathogen, bacteria, fungi, virus, nematodes, molecules.
Okay, today I'll be talking about the infection of plants. Brief introduction. Pathogens infect plants as plants act as a source of food for them. Their relationship with plants are mostly parasitic. There are many methods depending on the pathogen species on how these pathogens can infect a plant. Pathogens affect physiological functions of plants depending on the part of the plant which is infected. Moving on, we'll go to the exterior areas of infection, effects and symptoms of infection. So, one of the place which can be infected by pathogens on a plant is the vegetative region. The leaf acts as a major source of ATP production in plants. These ATP are produced in the chlorophylls in a process known as photosynthesis present in the leaves. The effect of infection. Once infected, the pathogens are responsible for the cause of leaf tissue destruction. So, leaf tissue destruction means the destruction of these cells within the leaves. So, it directly affects the chlorophyll content in the leaf as well. So, as we can see here, it reduces the total surface area per volume of photosynthesis occurrence on the leaf. Its severe tissue damage can lead to high frequency defoliation, reducing photosynthetic surface of the plant as well. Chlorophyll content of the leaves will be reduced. Plant growth is stunted, lower yield production can be seen, and capable of being patient zero. This means it is capable of spreading these pathogens within the plant. Symptoms: necrotic lesions, defoliation, and chlorosis. Stems and branches. So the function of this vegetative region is the stems and branches within them hold xylem and phloem, which are vascular systems which act as supporting structures of the sorry. The stem and branches act as supporting structure for the plant. However, the xylem and phloem, which is part of the vascular system, as in the second point, is involved in the transportation of water and nutrients to all parts of the plant. So the effects of this infection is when a vascular region is affected by the transportation. When a vascular region is affected, the transportation of water and nutrients is affected negatively, and there will be hindrance. And when there is hindrance, the infected area will be unable to be as service as part of a whole system, causing the collapse of the plant system. Symptoms which can be observed are the rotting of the stem. Thank you.
My name is Cherina, and I will present about the pathogen infection mechanism on the plant roots. To enter a plant root, the pathogens must first be present in the rhizosphere of the plant. It then uses molecular signal to recognize whether the plant root is susceptible to entry or not. The pathogen attach to the root surface, possibly by the use of hair-like structure, and enter the roots. Some pathogens enter through areas that have been damaged by animals, and some fungi and bacteria produce enzymes that dissolve the chemical compounds that make up the cell wall. Once the pathogen is in the plant cell, the plant may try to prevent its spread by producing chemical or physical barriers. This procedure may confine the pathogen to only a portion of the roots.
Hello, today I'm going to discuss about leaf rust disease in coffee plants. Coffee rust disease is caused by a fungal pathogen known as Hemilia vestatrix. This fungi was described and named by Berkeley and Broom in the year of 1869. This fungi has the ability to cripple many large coffee production in the world. In the 1890s, many estates in Sri Lanka collapsed because of this disease. In 2014, 70% of farms have been affected and over 1.7 million coffee workers have lost their jobs. The main target of Hemilia vestatrix is Coffea arabica, which is a very famous coffee variety in the world. It makes out 70% of the world coffee production and are well known for their delicious taste and high market value. How does coffee rust disease affect plant growth? The infected area of the leaves will produce yellow to orange spots that eventually will cause necrosis. Soon, the infected leaves of the coffee plant will drop off and cause a decrease in plant growth and fruit production. If infected plants are not treated, the leaves will defoliate completely and the plant will die. Some method to manage coffee rust disease is application of fungicide to the infected area. Fungicide can be very effective in treating the disease but are toxic to the environment. The second method is Hemilia vestatrix loves humid environment. Farmers should increase air circulation in their planting area to reduce humidity. Lastly, production of resistant hybrids such as Arabica and Robusta hybrids. However, this method is a short-term solution because rust fungus have the ability to evolve and attack the new resistant hybrids.
Hi, my name is Pang Junfeng and I will continue the presentation on the effect of pathogens on plant growth with an example of disease called potato rot disease. Potato rot disease is actually caused by a fungus named Syncytium enterobioticum, which is an obligate biotrophic soil-borne citric fungus. The fungus is considered as a most important quarantine pathogen in cultivated potato due to its persistent resting sporangia with a long lifespan of more than 30 years that remain infectious. So upon infection, the fungus will induce cell division in the host, proliferating into tumor-like tissue. Besides that, the fungus will also invade certain meristematic tissue of the potato plant and can preclude plant emergence when sprout tips are infected. Other than that, gall will mostly form on below ground portion of the plant and occasionally form on the upper stem, leaf and flower where, when the galls is mature enough, it will decay and eventually it will destroy the infected plant parts. Although the fungus does not kill the host, but the meristematic tissue of sprout may be so severely attacked that plant ultimately fail to emerge from seed tubers early in the growing season, which will directly affect the plant growth. Other than that, infected plants may also develop general symptoms of reduced vigor, especially in association with the formation of small greenish-yellow warty growth at the stem base due to the nutrient competition between the fungus and also the plant. That's all from me. The presentation will be proceed with more example that will be explained by my group mate. Thank you.
And so the last plant we are going to discuss about their disease and symptomatology is the chili plant, which is also known as Capsicum sp. So the host crop is the chili plant, and the symptoms of this virus is reduced yield to no yield as the fruits became disoriented, And the sign of the virus is stunted, pale green or leathery leaves and specks of ring spots. You can refer to the picture on your right hand side. See, you can see the leaf is wrinkled on the top, and you can see the specks of ring on the leaves. So that is the symptoms. Sorry, that is the sign. And so the disease name is it's the mosaic virus, and it was transmitted by SAP by pests called aphids. So mainly there are two species of aphids that carry this virus, the Apis gossypi and the Myzus persicae. So next we are going to talk about the description of the disease. So other plants susceptible to mosaic virus are tobacco, tomato, bean, potato, and cucumber. And there is no way to treat the virus, and the safest way to stop its spread is to destroy all infected plants and wait several months to make sure the site is free from the virus. To prevent the virus from infecting, it is advised to keep the plants free from pests, as pests are the vector to the virus. So this can be done by various ways, prominently in using pesticide.
In conclusion, human and animal survival depend on plant growth. Agriculture, the world's biggest business, is based on ability of plants to grow and convert simple raw material to complex substances in order to suit human needs. The biochemical pathway in a plant are very highly integrated and interdependent, and any disruption represents a loss of control by the host. Even a small and localized changes may have drastic consequences to the plant as a whole. Pathogen affects plant by inducing changes in its physiological functions that leads to different types of symptoms and disease. This leads to the reduction in quality and quantity of plant product. So, it directly or indirectly affects our crop economy. Thank you.